Eight-time world champion Stetson Wright is in town.
He needs help.
I collapsed my lung, broke 5 ribs, but I've got home now. I've been doing therapy, rehab, and I feel like my body has bounced back pretty good. There's been a lot of things this year. It hasn't been my regular blow everybody out of the water season, but I still feel like I'm in a good seat when I get down to Vegas because that's where the real money's at. I feel like that's where I shine. That's been like the main goal. Like when I won my all-around world title in 23, I told everybody I'd be back, and I'd be back when I was winning. The way I describe my career, before my hamstring injury, it seemed like it was all wins. This young kid just keeps winning gold buckles after gold buckles, and that's when I got labeled Superman. This injury was kind of like the first deal where everybody was like, holy crap, like maybe he is human.
Stetson Wright was rodeo's Superman, unstoppable and unbeatable. At the end of the 2023 regular season, he was headed to the National Finals Rodeo with a shot at turning 7 gold buckles into 10 and accomplishing his lifelong goal of the Triple Crown of Rodeo.
Superman, Stetson Wright, #1 in the world in saddle bronc riding, #1 in the world in bull riding, trying to win the Triple Crown. Shades of Trevor Brazil, trying to win the all-around, the saddle bronc, and the bull riding world championship.
Less than a month before the NFR, he made a stop at the Wilderness Circuit Finals, where he rode a bull that ended up being Superman's kryptonite.
Around the 5-6 second mark, I reached down and grabbed a deep hole with my outside leg, and when that happened, I felt a pop and like an elastic shooting down my leg. I rolled off, and when I went to get up and run, I took like a step or two maybe, and my body just locked up and I fell forward. I was in full panic mode because the NFR was literally less than a month away. The preparation heading into the 23 NFR, it was pretty intense. I was driving an hour every day to go to physical therapy. They would hook me up to machines trying to get my leg to fire, which I knew I was lying to myself, and I was lying to everybody that was in that physical therapy center. They would ask me if it hurt, and I would say no, but everything I did in there was killing me. I could see the end coming, but I didn't want to accept it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo.
Well, we've talked about Stetson Wright, the injury that he suffered this fall. Is it going to affect him here in Las Vegas? Well, we're about to find out as we watch him on his first bronc.
Like, I was so scared for the first round to happen. In the first round of the bronc riding, and I got on.
All right, Stetson, great mark out. This horse has got some power, Stetson Wright. I don't know which hamstring was a problem, and down he comes in 7.5 seconds. But I want to see him get up and walk back. That's what I want to see.
Which I rode that horse to 7.45, and I was like, holy crap, maybe I can do this. And then I got on a bull in that first round that I should have rode. I couldn't have fell off any quicker. They had to get up and pretty much tell me move so they could shut the gate.
Everybody knew he was hurt. We knew it was groin, and we knew it was bad. So you watched him ride that first night, and it's like, oh no, he can't do this.
That was the start of the end.
All right, stall. Trouble again. You can see him.
He was trying to get to his dad, and I mean, there were already tears streaming down his face.
I was pretty tore up. I crawled over the chutes. First person I seen was my dad, and I remember just breaking down in front of him and telling him, like, I can't do it.
Stetson withdrew from the remainder of the 2023 NFR due to a torn hamstring. He had surgery on December 23rd.
When I got it done, it didn't feel normal. Nothing felt normal.
In June of 2024, after more than 5 months of recovery, Stetson was cleared to ride again. But after painfully covering a bull and trying to ride a bucking horse at practice, he felt another pop in his leg.
And that's when I found out that it was tore again. They told me that it was way worse than the first time, and like, you're done. This ain't gonna get fixed. You need to go find a different career.
We were very concerned. The fear that we all had that he would not return.
I was lost. Like, for the first time in my life, I went out in my car, had my moment, called my mom and dad after, and I said, we're just gonna find a new surgeon. Got into him July 2nd, And I knew when I woke up from this one that it was a completely different surgery. Most guys that do hamstring surgeries put you in a brace, crutches. When I woke up, he told me, you don't need crutches. Like, you're never gonna tear this ever again. He was so confident in his work. He put 2 ACL cadavers in it, beefed it up, and he sent me out the door. Gold buckles were back on my mind.
6 months later, Stetson climbed back onto his first bull to start one of the greatest comebacks in rodeo history.
He was the practice pen, and I looked back across the arena. I seen my dad. See, this makes me emotional because he had tears rolling down his face. I looked over, my mom was on the back of the chutes videoing. She had tears rolling down her face. I felt like I had just won a world title.
When he came back, he just picked up where he left off.
My season started in Denver, Colorado.
He's back, Peacemakers. Name of the bull. He's healed up. Back the other way. Holy cow.
I was soaking up everything that I'd missed in the 14 months. Hearing the crowd go off like that and the feelings I had, it topped every gold buckle I'd ever won.
But now he's been given a second chance, another lease on life. He's not going to waste one moment.
For the first time in 14 months, making his triumphant return to rodeo, Stetson Wright.
Boy, you had to love that.
I do still feel like my story is still being written, and still to this day, people question whether I'm still me. I told everybody I'd be back winning. The way I want my story to go is to win that Triple Crown. That's when the story would be finished.
Superman has returned.